So this is a discussion on Administrative Order 2009-0025 or otherwise known as the Unang Yakap Policy or the Essential Newborn Care Policy. So long ago, class, prior to 2009, there had been several reports of death to children less than 5 years old. So nganong daghan man daw nangamatay sa less than 5 years old? Tungod kuno na, it is attributable to the type of care that was given to children at the time of their birth. So, in the case of newborns, na ay mga certain kinds of care that were given to them, which could have led to complications later on in life, such that many of our children die of certain diseases bisan less than 5 years old pa. So upon inquiry, nakita nga ang problema naa di ay sa kind of care or nakatabang di ay sa number of death to those less than 5 years old ang kind of care nga atong gihatag nila at the time that they are born. And because of this, Administrative Order 2009-0025 came to life. Unsa man ni siya nga balaod or polisiya nga gi-issue sa Department of Health. This is what we call as the Essential Newborn Care Policy or otherwise known as your Unang Yakap Policy. What does this provide? This policy provides that there are certain things or interventions that nurses must do. Okay? There are certain interventions that nurses must do within a given period of time. So ningon ang balaod, oy nurse, ikaw duty man ka. Inigawas sa bata ha, tagaan ti kag 30 seconds buhatan ni. Such that kung dili na mabuhat ni nurse ang given activity within a given period of time as mandated by the law, pwede kang mag-criminally liable for negligence. Kasagaran kaso nga atubangon sa nurse is a crime of negligence. Unsa man na siyang negligence? Kana bitong na ay gisugo ang balaod, kana bitong na kay sworn duty, nyawa nimo buhata. So that is neglect or negligence. Example, niingon ang balaod nga, oy ikaw ha, kung mag-drive kag sakyanan, dapat mag-amping ka. Okay? Unya, kung wa ka nag-amping, no, contrary to what the law has required, nakaligis kag bata, o priso ka. Criminal negligence. Okay? So mapriso ka 6 years to 12 years. Kay wa man ka nag-amping, ingon man ang balaod nga pag-amping lagi. Unya, kung kita ra bay makaligis, kita ang presume nga nakasala. Presume. So dapat imong pamatud-an nga dito nimo sala. Para di ka mapriso. Kay wa kay mapamatud nga dito nimo sala, the presumption stands nga ikaw ang nakasala. Okay, let's take the case of a nurse. Sworn duty sa usa ka nurse nga before siya mohatag og tambal, iyahang i-check ang tambal kay kung masayop siya hatag og tambal sa pasyente, that is already criminal negligence. Nganong negligence, Mr. Nganong mapriso man ko? Kay imo man ang trabaho nga i-check ang tambal na gani tay 10 rights of medication, unya wa nimo na check so nakahatag kag wrong nga tambal. Negligence, priso, pearly shells ang nurse, pusas. Okay? Trabaho sa nurse nga ihapon ang spongha before, during, and after the surgery. Unya, wa man na ihap sa nurse ang spongha. Buanga, naaman day nahabilin usa. So there was neglect of a sworn duty. So unsa may kaso sa nurse? Negligence na pud. Unsa may giingon sa Administrative Order 2009-0025? Ana siya, oy nurse, within 30 seconds, dapat imo nang napauga ang bata. What if wa niya mapauga ang bata within 30 seconds? That's a neglect of a sworn duty. Meaning to say, pwede di ay tang mapriso for failing to do those acts which the law has mandated. Under this law or unang yakap policy, naatay upat ka time bands pero ako lang nang himo og 5 aron maklaro. Okay? So there are 5 different time bands. Unsa man na siyang time band, sir? Time bands. Kanang time bands class, meaning to say, mauni ang mga periods of time that we should be guided with. These are the period of times that the nurse must observe. Unsa man ning mga time band? So again, I am making this 5 kabuok. Okay? First, 30 seconds. Unang 30 ka segundo. Okay? After 30 seconds, 1 to 3 minutes. Up to 90 minutes. And the last is non-immediate interventions. First 30, after 30, 1 to 3, up to 90, non-immediate intervention. So naatay 5. Okay? So kani ang mga oras nga gihatag sa balaod nga, oy nurse, buhata baya niha sulod sa unang 30 ka segundo. Sunod sa sunod nga 30 ka segundo. Sulod sa 1 to 3 minutes. Sulod sa 90 minutes gikan sa pagkaanak sa bata ug ang mga non-immediate interventions. So these 5 are what we call as time bonds. And we will discuss this class one by one. Let's start with the first 30 seconds. First 30 seconds. What must the nurse do in the first 30 seconds? Remember, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. But it does not mean that way. This is our mnemonic. These are the 4 things nga dapat buhaton sa nurse sulod sa unang 30 ka segundo gikan sa pagawas sa bata. Letter P, it stands for prone. Letter T, you take the time. Unsa may time nga imong kuhaon? Duha. The time upon which the child is born. Okay? The time of birth. And you also take the time upon which the placenta is delivered. So duha ka oras. Baby out, placenta out. Duha. Letter S, you are also mandated within the first 30 seconds to check the status of the breathing and crying. So duha gihapon, you check the status of the breathing and of the crying of the baby. And the last one, letter D, means that the nurse must dry the baby. The nurse must keep the baby dry. So always be guided, class, nga the moment mugawas ang bata, kay gideliver naman ang bata, naa kay 30 ka segundo nga imo ning buhaton ang PTSD. Okay? Unsa may pasabot anang prone. Okay? Prone, class, means inigawas kuno sa bata, dapat ang bata i-deliver, ibutang sa tiyan ni mama nga nakakulog. Imong ipakulob ang imuhang bata. Nganong kinahanglan man nakakulob ang bata? Because by that way, it will allow the oral secretions sa bata, kung nakatulo na siya og amniotic fluid, okay? Kung imo siyang i-prone, by that position, the oral secretions will drain by the force of gravity. So katong mga secretions sa ilong, mga secretions sa baba, kung imo kuno siyang ikulob, mugawas ra to siya because of the force of gravity. Sa una, manggod, class, routine procedure ang pagsaksyon sa bata. Routine procedure nga inigawas sa bata, nagkupot ang nurse og suction valve, diretso na kagsupsop sa iyahang mga oral secretions. Sometimes, so gamit ang catheter, ipasok dito sa airway sa bata, isakson, birahon para makuha ang mga tubig o mga secretions. Ginabuhat na nato as a matter of routine procedure. Meaning, okay ang bata, dili okay ang bata, ginasakson, gina nato sila. Kay maumay na andan. But to tell you, under this 2009 policy, bawal ang suctioning. Bawal ang suctioning as a matter of routine procedure. So ato rang pilion kung kinsang mga bataa ang ato ang saksyonon. Kinsa may pwede rang saksyonon. Instances like number 1, ang bata nakatulon og meconium. Ang bata nakatulon sa iyahang kaugalingong tae. Paibawaan man na nimo, class, because of the color of the amniotic fluid. Ang panubigon, ang amniotic fluid ideally clear. Pero kung makalibang ang bata, mo color green or mo color brown, unya natulon sa imuhang bata. So that is not good because ang tae natulon sa bata or nasunod sa iyahang baga, pasagdan di ay na nato. Dili mao nang ato ng saksunon ang bata. So in that case, while suctioning is not a routine procedure, But kung makatulon di ay og tae ang bata, pwede saksyonon. That's one. Another one is if ang APGAR score sa bata is ubos. I hope you remember APGAR. Appearance, pulse, grimace, activity, and respiration. APGAR scoring. Kada usa ka aspect ana class 2 points. 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. Kung maayo ang color, 2 points. Kung maayo ang respiration, 2 points. Kung maayo ang pulso, more than 100, 2 points. Kung maayo ang reflex reaction sa grimace, 2 points. So kung ma-perfect na bata, ang score niya, 10. That's the perfect score. But what if ang score sa bata is 4, 5, or 6? So if the score of the bata is 7 to 10, meaning to say the child has had a good extrauterine adaptation. Nakaya niya ang transition gikan sa sulod sa tiyan nga bata ngari sa bata nga nakagawas na. Maayo ang iyahang adaptation. But what if the score is 4, 5, or 6? Unsa may pasabot, ana? It means that you do your suctioning or airway clearance. So when the APGAR score of a newborn is 4, 5, or 6, pwede mag-suction. What if ang score is 1, 2, 3? Unsa may pasabot? You need to intubate the bata. Imo na siyang tubuhan, i-CPR ang bata. Kay naglilisod ang imuhang bata. In simple terms, tabangon ang bata. So meaning to say, class, suctioning as a general rule is not allowed as a matter of routine procedure. Pwede ra di ay ka mag-suction kung number 1, nakatulon og tae, or number 2, ubos ang iyahang APGAR score. That's the general rule. And if suctioning is allowed, ang question is, asa may akong unahon og suction, sir? Is it the mouth or is it the nose? Asa may unahon nimo og clear? Take note, class, all newborns are obligatory nose breathers for the first 3 months. Sa unang 3 ka buwan sa usa ka bata, the only way nga muhangos na siya is to hangos by way of the nose. Di na kay bawo parihas nato nga makahangos pwedeng baba, pwedeng ilong, pero newborn gani, first 3 months, the only way upon which he can breathe is through the use of the nose. Remember that principle. They are obligatory nose breathers. Now, my question is, asa may unahon ako kung naay secretion sa ilong, naay secretion sa baba? Asa may akong unahon, ani sir? And the answer is to clear the mouth. Nganong unahon man ang baba? Because, class, if secretion sa ilong, secretion sa baba, in-extraction ako dito sa ilong, mo-activate man na sa atong gitawag o gas reflex. Okay? Pag tusok sa ilong, ang bata mo anak, pag anak niya og natoy secretions, asa man padung ang secretions, mudritso dito sa baga. Ma-aspirate na hinuon ang bata. That's why you need to clear the mouth and then the nose. Sir, makalimot man ko anak, di ka kalimot anak. Nga naman, you have to do it alphabetically. Letter M and then letter N. Now, if the general rule is not to suction the baby, unsa may rason sa balaod nganong gitangtang, nganong gi-abolish ang pag-suction sa bata? The reasons are very clear. Because class suctioning can cause, number 1, it can cause infection. You can introduce bacteria from the outside environment padulong na dito sa bata kay gituslok-tuslok man nimong bata nga pwede raman di ay unta dili tuslokon. So that's why suctioning is not allowed because it can cause infection. It can be a source of infection. And suctioning also can cause trauma to the airways. Pwede na siyang makasamad. Nakakita naman siguro mong straw sa Zesto. Ato lang ang himuong flexible gamay. Mao na atong ipasok dito sa ilong or ipasok dito sa baba. Lahos padulong dito sa imuhang bronchioles. Unya imong i-press ang suction, imong birahon ang catheter in a rotating motion until makuha nimo ang secretions. Dili man ingon ana ra class, ipasok man na nimo before nimo mabira. But the moment you pasok it, pwede to siyang makasangit, makasamad sa agian ng airways. So it can cause trauma. Dili po pwede ang suctioning class because number 3, pwede manggod masubra kadugay ang atong pagsaksyon. Remember this principle. Mag-suction gani ka, dili pwede nga sobra sa 10 seconds. Suctioning should not exceed 10 seconds. Nga naman, because when the suctioning exceeds 10 seconds, that can cause the activation of the vagal nerve. Okay? So kung sobra sa 10 segundos ang imong pagsuction, pwede na siyang mo-activate sa imuhang vagal nerve, and the activation of the vagal nerve may activate the parasympathetic nervous system. And when the parasympathetic nervous system is activated, what happens to the vital signs? The rest and digest, the vital signs decreases. Meaning, ang heartbeat sa bata, muubos. Ang BP sa bata, muubos. Ang temperature sa bata, muubos. Ang respiratory rate sa bata, muubos. And we do not want that to happen in the case of a newborn. And these are the very clear reasons, class, nga nung dili pwede saksonon ang bata. Again, except in the case of meconium aspiration or poor Apgar score, specifically 4, 5, and 6. Number 2, you need to take the time upon which the child is born and the time which the placenta is delivered. Taking the time that the baby is born has both a legal and a medical implication. As to the legal aspect of taking the time of delivery, ug imo na siyang ilisan, pwede kang prisohon. Unsa may crime nga akong nabuhat, sir? Falsification. And falsification involves imprisonment of up to 12 years. Doon na ko'y first year. Kana bitong attendance sheet nga i-distribute. Mupirma ka kung present ka. Ang gibuhat sa akong first year, gipirmahan ang classmate nga wa pa naabot. Nasakpan. Let him proceed to me. So diri nako. Pag abot nako, ako sang giingnon, bisag karon dayon, pwede ti kadadon sa presinto para ipablatter. Nganuman, naabay sala ang estudyante nga pwede siyang mapriso? Definitely yes. And the crime is falsification. If you look at the definition of falsification under the revised penal code, ni Ana ang revised penal code, making it appear that one participated in a particular proceeding which in truth and in fact he did not, is a crime of falsification. Ya, dosi ra man na katuig ang falsification. So kani, kung gianak ang bata 11:59 December 24, kay gusto man ka matiming siyang Pasko, imong gihimog alas 12. 1 minute ra na nga diferensya. But is that the truth? That is not the truth. So what did you do if it's not the truth? You falsified it, and falsification is a crime. That is the legal implication of taking the time of delivery. But what about the medical implication? Nganong kuhaon man na nato ang time of birth with a medical implication? Because that becomes our reckoning point upon which the placenta must be delivered. The placenta must be delivered no longer than 30 minutes from the time that the baby is born. So kung ang imong bata gianak og alas 10, wala pa'y alas 10:30, dapat napagawas na nimo ang inunlan. Kay kung ang inunlan, wa nimo mapagawas sulod sa 30 ka minutos, ang mama nagsige na og dugo. We call that as postpartum bleeding or hemorrhage. Kanus aman ta mo ingon nga nanatay postpartum bleeding when it is in excess of what is normal. Remember, NSVD, normal, 500 ml. Cesarean section, 1,000 ml ang blood loss. Kung musubra kas 500, musubra kas 1,000, postpartum bleeding. And it can happen. It will surely happen when the placenta is delivered in excess of the 30-minute grace period. You check the status of the breathing and crying. Nganong kinahanglan man? Because the breathing and the crying of the baby may indicate certain pathologies. Example, kita kas bata na ginhawa, nilisngag ang ilong, nasal flaring. What does it mean? Respiratory distress. If there is kagalkal sa paghilak sa bata, hoarseness in the cry of the baby, that may mean oral secretions. What if talinis, high pitch ang iyang hilak? It may mean two things, either hypoglycemia or increased intracranial pressure. What if weak ang cry ni baby? It may mean prematurity. So unsay atong gibuhat, iko ra nimo gitanawang bata. You only check the status of the breathing and the crying, but you were able to identify a life-threatening condition such as hypoglycemia and increased intracranial pressure. The last one, class, of the tasks that the nurse must do within the first 30 seconds is to dry the baby. Nganong kinahanglan man atong i-dry ang baby? Because of the principle that all newborns are prone to hypothermia. All newborns are prone to hypothermia. Delikado nga ang bata tugnawon. Nganong tugnawonon man gyud na, sir, basta newborn ang bata? Because of the number one reason, their hypothalamus is not yet mature. Whether the child is born term or preterm, ang hypothalamus manggod is immature. Ngano man day, sir, kung immature ang hypothalamus, unsa may problema ana? Remember, class, it's the hypothalamus which controls our temperature along with appetite. And I have always mentioned this, nganong walay lami, ikaon basta hilantan ka. Because the hypothalamus is the control center for both the appetite and temperature. Such that kung hilantan ka, kinsay atimano ni hypothalamus, ang imuhang temperature, nakalimot siya ni appetite. So the hypothalamus controls both your appetite and your temperature. And if the hypothalamus is not yet mature, it cannot regulate the temperature of the newborn well, such that newborns are at risk for hypothermia. Okay? So if you look at that, class, kung more than 10 seconds ka, parasympathetic, what happens to the temperature? Muubos. And remember, ang bata, kandidato na sa hypothermia. Unya, imo pag yung gisaksyon og 11 seconds. Parasympathetic, musamot kaubos ang temperature ni baby. So una nga rason nganong ang bata tugnawonon, because the hypothalamus is not yet mature. Number two, because babies do not know how to shiver. Unsa man ang shiver? Di ba kung kita tugnawon mo anam ta, ngawoy. That's shivering. And shivering is a form of metabolism which newborns do not yet know how to do it. Di pa na sila kay balo mo shiver. And number three, because newborns do not have subcutaneous fats. Pirting dauta sa atong mga newborns, wa pa na sila mga bilbil o mga katambukan. Kay kung naamang gutay mga bilbil o mga katambukan, this will act as an insulator against cold temperatures. So kung bugnaw ang panahon, unya dako-dako kaglawas, awahi pa kang mainitan. Aawahi pa kang tugnawon because init ang imuhang lawas, because the fats act as insulators against cold, which newborns do not yet have. Okay? That's why newborns have the reputation of being called as the little old men. Tungod sa ilahang kadaot, they do not have subcutaneous fats yet. Now, considering these three, immature ang hypothalamus, they do not know how to shiver, and they do not have subcutaneous fats. Considering these three, ang bata di ay kandidato para ang iyahang temperature kay mo ubos. So what do babies do in order to increase their decreased temperature? Kung tugnawon ang bata, unsa man di ay angay buhaton sa bata, it will need to speed up its metabolism. Unsa man na siyang metabolism, class? Metabolism is the process whereby energy and heat is produced using your glucose and oxygen. If you remember your first year discussions in anatomy, naa kay cell. Sulod sa imuhang cell, naa kay sausage-shaped organelle, among others. Kanang sausage-shaped organelle, that is what we know as the mitochondria. And we know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Nga nung gitawag man siya powerhouse, kay dinha man nahitabo ang imuhang metabolism. Katong imong gikaon nga glucose, kanang imong gihangos nga oxygen, dad-o na dito sa imuhang mitochondria. Kay iproseso na siya para mahimo na siyang power nga ATP o mahimo sad na siya nga heat. Meaning, mintras mo kaon ang tao, mintras mo ginhawa ang tao, naatay power, buhi ta o init ta. Such that kung patay na ang tao, kay wa na mo kaon, wa na mo ginhawa, wa na pud kay energy or power, bugnaw na pud ka. So metabolism class happens at the mitochondria where power ATP is formed. And at the process of forming ATP, heat is at the same time formed. So look at the scenario. Naay bag-ong anak nga bata. Iyang hypothalamus dili mature. Di siya kay mo shiver. Wala siya subcutaneous fat. Tugnawon gyud siya. So kung tugnawon siya, unsa may iyang buhaton? Iyang paspasan ang iyahang metabolism. But as the child speeds up its metabolism, take note, kung paspasan nako ang production of heat, kung paspasan nako ang production of ATP, mupaspas pod ang akong konsumo sa glucose o sa oxygen. But this is a newborn. Pag-ong tao, wa pa man nimo mapatutoy kay mo pa may pagawas ana. Ang baga anang bata, bag-o pa nang ni-function. Kay ang bata sunod sa tiyan ni mama, wa man na niya gamita iyang baga. Magamit ra ng baga sa bata the moment muhilak siya for the very first time. Dinhara na magamit ang iyang baga. So meaning to say, sa yun man pagpapaspas sa metabolism. But ang akong pangutana, kung newborn ka, naaday kay glucose, naaday kay daghang oxygen, kaya nimo kung atong paspasan ang atong konsumo ana, maglisod ang bata. So kay naglisod man ang bata, let's say, wala siya glucose, pero naa siya oxygen. Will there be power? Yes. Naa gihapoy ATP and heat. Nga naman sir, because in lieu of glucose, kita kung wa tay kaon na ay metabolism. Nga naman, kung wa tay glucose ang atong gamiton bilbil, atong gamiton subcutaneous fats. Ang bata, kung walay glucose, na ba siya bilbil magamit? Na ba siya subcutaneous fats magamit? Wala. Nga naman, because they are little old men. But what do babies use? They will use, in their case, their brown fats. Unsa man na siyang brown fats class? Remember, 20 weeks AOG. 20 weeks sa sulod sa tiyan ni mama, 20, 20. Unsa man ang 20, sir? 20 means brown fat is formed. At 20 weeks, nilihok na ang imong bata. At 20 weeks, deform na og tae ang imuhang bata. So kung pangutanon mo sa board exam, kanus adi ay ma-feel ni mama nga nilihok ang bata? Quickening. Kanus adi ay 20 weeks. Kanus ama na nagsugod og himo ang brown fats? 20 weeks. Kanus ama na ay unang tae ang bata? 20 weeks. Unsa man ning duha ka letter E, sir? Mao ni siya ang cheese. Unsa man ang cheese? Remember your vernix caseosa, the cheese-like substance. Kung pangutan-on mo, kanus ama na form ang vernix caseosa, ang tubag, 20 weeks. So remember 20, brown fat, nilihok, tae, cheese-like vernix caseosa, all of them are formed at 20 weeks. Meaning, bisan ang bata wa pagianak ni mama, bisan ang bata walay bilbil, ayaw kabalaka, kay ang bata na amay brown fats. Kamuwa na mo'y brown fats, mga tiguang naman mo. No? Kanira ni sa mga newborns. Unsa man na siyang brown fat, sir? This is a special kind of fat that is present in letter B. Brown fat, B. Asa man na makita ang brown fat? B. Baga. B. Buko-buko. B. Buto na adinha ang imuhang brown fat. Kanus ana na form? 20 weeks. So they are found at the chest, at the back, and at the perineum. Sa baga, buko-buko, ug buto na adinha ang imuhang brown fats. Now, kung gitugnaw ang bata, naa ba siya magamit nga bilbil? Wala. Unsa iyang gamiton? brown fats. So brown fats plus oxygen is still equal to ATP and is still equal to heat. But this time, nanakay waste product, nanakay lactic acid. Meaning to say, the waste product lactic acid will only be present when what is used is brown fat instead of the glucose. What if ang bata na ay glucose? Nakatutoy or nakapundo og glucose ang newborn. Pero di siya kahatag og oxygen. Tungod kay di maato sa iyang bag-ong training nga baga. So if ang bata gitugnaw, paspasan ang metabolism. Okay ra, na ako'y glucose. What if kuwang ka sa oxygen? Akong question, will there be metabolism in the absence of oxygen? And the answer is yes. You call that class as anaerobic metabolism. Naagihapon kay ATP, naagihapon kay heat, pero kung anaerobic manggod, naanapod na siya lactic acid. Meaning to say, class, if what is used is brown fat, or if the kind of metabolism is anaerobic metabolism, then it produces ATP, siya. It produces heat, ikaduha. Punan og ikatulo nga lactic acid. And when lactic acid is present, okay, when lactic acid is present, it can bring about a state of acidosis to the newborns. And we do not like acidosis. Nga naman, because acidosis with the letter C can cause coma. Nga naman, because acidosis is a CNS depressant. Compare na nimo class og alkalosis. Alkalosis. Letter K, dili letter C. K man siya. Muunsa man ang bata, ang imong bata mo, kirig. Unsa man ang kirig? Seizures. Nganong mag-seizure man sir kung mag-alkalosis? Because alkalosis is a CNS stimulant. So here is a bata, iyang hypothalamus dili mature. Dili kay ba mo shiver. Walay subcutaneous fat. Tugnawon gyud ka. Kung tugnawon ka, what will you do? You speed up your rate of metabolism. And as you speed up your rate of metabolism, you will demand for more glucose or oxygen. Kung wa kay glucose, what will you use? Brown fats. Kung wa kay oxygen, what will happen? Anaerobic metabolism. Unsay waste product? Lactic acid. And what is the effect to the CNS of lactic acid? It is a depressant. That's why babies turn into a state of coma. And that is the reason why, class, the law mandates that we should dry the baby. When we speak of drying the baby, we must give special importance to the head of the baby. Ngano man, pinakadako manggod ang ulo sa bata. Pinakadako ang ulo, the head, sunod ang chest, sunod ang abdomen. Okay? Pinakadako ang ulo. Pila man di ay ang gidakon sa ulo sa bata? That's 34 to 35. Ang chest, 32 to 33. Ang abdomen, 30 to 31. This is very easy to memorize. Why? Because life begins at 30. Dili 40. Nganong life begins at 30 man? Because let's begin counting with 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And this is important. Why? Because if you look at this, imo na siyang balihon, mahimo na siyang 43 to 53, which represents the length of the newborn. 43 to 53, that's your length. O butangan ko ng tuldok diri sa tunga ang 35, that's 3.5. That's your maximum weight of the newborn. That is how you memorize your anthropometric measurement. Just remember, life begins at 30. Ana rana kasayon ang pag-memorize. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 43, 53. Maximum weight, 3.5. So kinsa may pinakadako ang ulo. That's why you need to dry the baby with more important focus at the head because the head is the largest part of the body. And aside from that, your head holds hair and hair holds water. That's why delikado nga magtugnaw ang bata. Mao nang imo siyang i-dry. Why, class? Because there are 4 mechanisms upon which heat is lost. Naay upat ka mechanism. You have your conduction, convection, radiation, and evaporation. These are the 4 means by which heat in the body is lost. When we speak of conduction, this refers to the transfer of heat from one body to another while it is in contact. Kung magtimpla kag kape, ang kape is init. Akong butangan og kutsarita, what happens to the kutsarita? The kutsarita becomes init as well. Why? Because the kutsarita is in contact with a hot coffee. So when a body is placed at a hot body, it turns hot. Such that nurses are mandated that the moment the child is born, ibutang sa tiyan ni mama. Nganuman, ang lawas ni mama, init, ang bata, bugnaw, para ang bata mo init. Because ang bata, delikadong tugnawon. When you use your lampin, the lampin must be pre-warmed. Kay kung bugnaw ang lampin, imong ihapin sa bata ang bugnaw, ang kabugnawon mo samot ang kabugnawon sa imuhang bata. That's why lampins, before it comes in contact with the baby, must be pre-warmed and babies are placed on the mother's abdomen. Because conduction refers to the transfer of heat from one body to another while it is in contact. Radiation is the opposite of conduction. If conduction refers to the transmission of heat from one body to another in contact, radiation is the transfer of heat from one body to another without contact. If init ang sun, ibuwad nimo ang kutsara sa gawas, ang kutsara mo init. Is the sun in contact with the kutsara? No. But kanong niinit man ang kutsara? Because of radiation. When there's transfer of heat from one body to another without contact, that is radiation. Example, your gooseneck lamp. Suga, lamparilla. Suga sa delivery room. Ang bombilya nga yellow, naghikap ba na sa atong bata? Wala. Pero nganong nakapainit ba na sa bata? Because of radiation. Ingon ana ang mga piso, di ba? Butangan og suga nga yellow ang piso para moinit ang ilahang environment. But take note, the bombilya is not in contact with the thing or the body. The bombilya is not in contact with the baby, but it warms the baby. How? Through radiation. So remember, when it is in contact, conduction. No contact, radiation. Why should we dry the baby? Because babies will become hypothermic. How? Because of evaporation. Meaning to say, at every instance that liquid turns to vapor, there is a corresponding heat loss. Every instance nga ang tubig mauga. When liquid turns to vapor, there is a corresponding heat loss. Kung basa ang imong basa ba ng bata inigawas, basa kaayo. Anong basa man? Nabasa man na sa amniotic fluid, nabasa man na sa dugo. So basa siya. Pagawas sa imuhang bata, imog yun ng trapuhan. Kay kung mauga kuno ang bata, every time that liquid is converted to vapor, there is a corresponding heat loss. So that's why nurses must dry the baby, especially the head, because the head has the largest surface area and the head has hair which holds water. And number 4, convection. Palit kag noodles. Pero inita sa noodles. Gusto na kang mukaon sa noodles. Di man mo makaon kay mapasok man ka. Unsay atong buhaton? Atong tayhopon. Nganong tayhopon man? Aron dali mabugnaw. That is precisely convection. There is rapid rate of heat loss, paspas ang pagkabugnaw when it is exposed to air current. Convection pertains to the rapid rate of heat loss when there is air current, such that In the delivery room, bawal ang electric fan. Nganong bawal mang electric fan? Kay naa magud nay hangin. Ang hangin mo agi dito sa bata, mura gitayhop ang bata, musamot kabugnaw ang imong bata. That's why ang pultahan sa delivery room should always be kept closed. Mubuzzer pa man gani ka o nakaablihon, kay dapat pirming sirado, apil ang mga bintana dapat sirado. Nganuman, kung naanay abli, pwedeng moagi ang hangin ug moagi na sa bata ang bata tugnawon. When you transport a child, wa mo hilak, for example, dadon man as NICU. Kung wa mo hilak ang bata, dapat puston gyud na nimong bata. Nganong puston man? Kay kung nagkupot kas bata, wala na siya putos, inigdagan nimo anak. Kay tabangon ang bata, na ay hangin mo agi, musamot ang himong hitlos, musamot ang koma sa imuhang bata. And those are the 4 mechanisms upon which heat is lost. In review, for the first 30 seconds, remember PTSD. Deliver the baby prone. Take the time of delivery and check the status of the breathing and crying. And remember to always keep the baby dry.